Welcome guys to the second episode of Learning HTML. In this one, we're gonna learn a few theoretical things about HTML and how we can even write it. We're gonna talk about a few important rules of HTML, and of course for some topics, we're gonna check one of the editors I suggested in the previous episode. If you did not watch it, make sure to do so. HTML is one of the things that you can earn money with it if you learn it correctly. It is all made of elements, or it's better to call them tags. You make every part of your website with different kinds of tags, and a major thing about them is that the browser always shows you the content inside of the tag, not the tag itself. You also have to save an HTML5 with a .html suffix at the end of it so that a browser can identify the file as an HTML5 and read the code inside. Alright, so what is tag? Tag is made out of three parts: a starter tag or open tag, content, end tag or close tag. We can identify a tag with greater than and less than signs. So whenever you see something between these two signs, they are tags. For better understanding, I'll write it down in VS Code. So we said that a tag can be identified by greater than and less than signs. So we open a tag by greater than and we write the tag name in it, and we close it with less than. I use tag P here, which creates a paragraph. We open the first tag like this, then you write down any content you want to be in the paragraph, and then you close the tag. Simple as that. And in order to close a tag, you should always put slash before the tag name. Oh, and in HTML, and the close tag have always the same name. So if you use P at the start, you have to end it with P. But there's an exception for some tags. Few of them only have the opening part of the tag and you don't have to close them. Like this tag, imgsrc, and any content you want. And there's no need for an ending part. It's just built like that. In an HTML5, there are always a few tags that are necessary to write down. Every HTML should have them, or otherwise the code doesn't work, because they are the main tags of HTML. Tags such as doc type HTML, which I talked about it in a minute, HTML, head, title, and body. These are the main tags, and of course you have to write them in a specific order like the one I'm going to write. First, open HTML and pay attention that every part of your website fits inside this HTML tag. Even these other main tags are also a part of HTML tag. Okay, then after that, you open head, and in the tag head, you can open title and write any content you want, and you close the tag inside the head, and then you close the tag head. There are many tags that can be fit in the head section, like changing language, gaming style, and many others that I'll talk about them in future episodes. And again, you open body tag, put whatever content in it, and you close it. So about the first tag that I said I will talk about, this tag type HTML, we are currently using HTML5. This tag specifies that we are using HTML5, and you always have to use this tag at the top if you're writing HTML5. All these tags we use in our codes can have some features. For example, the width of this tag is 500 pixels. These are called attributes. With the use of them, we can kinda specialize the tag to our own desire. So, HTML attribute is the extra features that can be given to a tag. Take a look at this one. src is an attribute, wide is an attribute, and height is also an attribute. And they all change the specific things. Like this one changes the width of the image to 500 pixels, and this also changes the height to 600 pixels. All the elements or tags can have attributes, but there's a major point you need to pay attention to. If a tag has a starter and end, should always put attributes in the starter tag in this part. We can never give them to the ending tag. So the structure of attributes are built like this. The name of attribute equals value inside double quotation. This is how you usually write them. For example, this is the name and this is the value of it. But there are some exceptions that you only write the attribute alone and there is no value, which we will get into them in future episodes. I think it's enough for this one. Thanks for watching this, and I'll see you again in the next episode.
Do you really think it's over? 'Cause I've been